Hello guys, and Happy New Year 2025. Time is moving very fast tonight. I just want to take it nice and slow and listen to what I believe is going to be a very cool, funky, amazing OST. One of the most recommended soundtracks ever in my comment section is Jet Set Radio. I grew up with a lot of Sega, but this was very much the same kind of thing as my experience with Space Channel 5, where growing up I had seen the main character from this game, but I never really knew any of the lore or anything about it. Just to kind of familiarize myself a little bit with it, let's look at the Wikipedia for a sec, in case you guys don't know. I'm sure you guys all know though if you're watching this. Jet Set Radio, originally released in North America as Jet Grind Radio, is a 2000 action game developed by Smilebit and published by Sega for the Dreamcast. Player controls a member of a youth gang, the GGs, as they use inline skates to traverse Tokyo, spraying graffiti, challenging rival gangs, and evading authorities. That sounds really sick, actually. I know that there has been a sequel, Jet Set Radio Future, I believe, and then I think there's a game, somebody mentioned it to me in the comments, that it's like a kind of remake of this that came out very recently. So I'd love to look at those OSTs too if this one turns out to be as good as I'm thinking it's going to be. And Spotify tells me that this was primarily composed by a man by the name of Hideki Naganuma. He's like kind of a composer and a remixer who primarily does video game soundtracks. Also featured on this soundtrack is the one and only Richard Jakes, who is known for doing Sonic R soundtrack, Metropolis Street Racer, which I have not heard all of that soundtrack. I'm gonna get to it, okay, because I know I'm gonna like it. A legendary composer in his own right, so I'm very excited, needless to say, so let's just chill out, enjoy the new year with Jet Set Radio. I was really cold when I put this hoodie on and now I'm sweating, so don't mind that. There are some songs that I'm not gonna look at, which I believe were just songs by other artists that were licensed to use in the game, but they're not on the official OST that I'm looking at on Spotify, so I'm just gonna go with the OST that's posted here by Sega Sound Team. Yeah, let's listen to it, guys. The first one is called Let Mom Sleep. I'm assuming these songs are going to be kind of like funk or like, I don't know, electric pop? I have no idea what it's going to sound like. I'm just judging it by the kind of album art here. Oh, it's more like remixy than I was anticipating.
Let's look at the funk. Could you stop playing with that radio of yours? I'm trying to get to sleep.
Could you stop playing with that radio of yours? I'm trying to get to sleep. That like British woman. I guess she's the mom. Oh, I see why people like this soundtrack. Especially for a video game, man. This is gonna get you hyped to like defeat all the rival gangs.
This is most disturbing.
Love all the samples. I guess I should have seen this coming when I read that Hideki is a remixer and DJ. He's gotta know how to do this shit.
Let's look at the funk.
Yeah, give me that electric bass. Let me turn this up a little. I love her accent. I like the ooh sample the best. Hell yeah. I think this is so fitting for what this game looks like it would be. Like this dude has a graffiti. Ooh. I like the horns here. Man, they keep it very fresh.
This is most disturbing.
That was cool. I didn't expect this sort of sound, but it makes sense. I mean, it really fits the kind of art style that this game seems to have, and the character, he's on roller skates. He has the graffiti can, and he can, tag everything. This just so goes with that. So I see why they went in this direction. This sort of heavily remixed music I was actually really into back in, I would say my early high school days. I had a lot of songs on my iPod shuffle that were reminiscent of this style of music. So it's not really what I'd listen to now, but I have a lot of appreciation for this kind of music. It makes me want to dance. It makes me, really happy. It just puts me in a good mood. So I liked that one a lot. Let's just carry on with humming the bass line. I'm hoping this has some killer bass on it. Let's see. They brought the upright in for this one. I was hoping for that. I like how she's literally humming the bass line. Her voice is really charming. One for the treble, two for the bass. I love when you can hear the fingers on the upright. It's so great that they went with not an electric style bass with this, because the rest of it is so remixed. It really complements each other. How can you listen to this and not dance in some capacity? It's kind of goofy sounding, but it's still really hip. Nice percussion. Okay, interesting ending. That was really cool. I liked that one a little bit more than the Let Mom Sleep. I liked all the elements, all the different elements of that. I especially like the vocals. It almost sounds like a little girl or something. It really complements the bass line. I like how they don't make it too repetitive, because they're using the same samples every time, but they kind of switch it up, so it's not boring, it doesn't get boring. All right, let us carry on with That's Enough. I can't imagine the soundtrack has any ballads or quote unquote sad songs. I like this one. See, they always throw something in to like switch it up. They catch you off guard.
Music just turns me on.
I wonder where all these samples are from. If they're like kind of original or they're like from something. Surely they gotta be from like other stuff. Nice little whistle synth. This one's very feel good.
You better watch that. Coming at ya. You better watch that. Coming at ya.
I like that sample. That's cool. Is that same sample, but they just like made it harmonize with each other?
The music just turns me on.
I gotta know what that's from.
You better watch that. Coming at ya. The funky rhythm coming at ya. You better watch that. Coming at ya. You better watch that. Coming at ya. You better watch that. Coming at ya. Coming at ya. You better watch that. Coming at ya. You better watch that. Coming at ya. You better watch that. You better watch that. You better watch that. Coming at ya. You better watch that. Coming at ya. You better watch that. Watch that. Watch that. Watch that. That. The funky rhythm coming at ya. You better watch that. Coming at ya. You better
Yeah, I really like the combination of stuff in this one. It's cool.
watch ya. The funky rhythm coming at ya. You better watch that. Coming at ya. You better watch that. Coming at ya. You better watch that. Coming at ya. Coming at ya. Coming at ya. You better watch that. Coming at ya. You better watch that. Coming at ya. You better watch that. 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 The music just turns me on.
I want to see what that sample's from, because I was kind of like half looking it up over in the corner here. If anyone is wondering, the sample of the woman saying "the music just turns me on" is from Saturday Night Style by Mikey Dread. And this is a song from '79. It says that this song has been sampled in more than 100 songs, so I always like to find like where samples come from and stuff. Like I'll spend hours on that website Who Sampled, and I'll just look up all kinds of stuff, especially with video game music, because it's kind of a little bit harder to find with video game music. I find like sometimes there's not as much info and you kind of have to dig around, but super cool. And at this time, you know, sampling was so freaking popular. 90s and early 2000s definitely fits the era. So next up we got a song by Richard Jakes, Everybody Jump Around. So I'm wondering if this will be similar to his stuff from Sonic R, or it's going to be a little bit more like fitting for Jet Set Radio's vibe, because the first three are very similar in the kind of genre and style that they're going for.
Y'all ready to get funky?
I am.
The most important part of dance is music. So now let us listen to the music and identify the beats.
1, 2,
It's like a rhythm game song.
But that was too soft.
I love all the British people in this soundtrack. All right. Yeah, he's clearly, you know, blending with the style that we've already heard. But from what I've seen, Richard Jakes is quite a chameleon with his musical composition, so. Yeah, this is funky fresh. I wish there was more like horns like that. I mean, I'm a little biased towards like having a horn section and stuff. I always think it makes it sound better for the most part. But it's cool that they threw it in every now and then. Raise the roof, guys.
Jump around now. Jump around now. Jump around now.
I like the
Get down.
pitched up
Jump around
voice.
now. Jump around now. Jump around now. But get down. Jump around, jump around, jump around now. Jump up, but get down. Jump around, jump around now. Jump up, but get down.
Now he's actually quoting the song Jump Around.
Jump
Jump up, but get down. I feel like I gotta jump. Oh, and I just noticed it has that same like scratching sound that's in Jump Around. It's kind of a cool little homage, isn't it? Is this like a rhythm game? Like, does this game have elements that are like a rhythm game? Because the OST sounds like it's a rhythm game. That was cool. I knew that I was gonna like that one because I love that composer. Different from what I've heard of him prior, but it makes sense given the context of this soundtrack and how it sounded thus far. Let's do Sneakman. We're going back to Hideki Naganuma. I think that was the only like fully Richard Jake song on here. That intro was like disco. I love when stuff is remixed to the point it's just so nonsensical. Yeah, that trill, that's like a 60s kind of James Bond sound. Is that why it's called Sneakman? It just clicked for me. Or is it like sneakers, like actual shoes?
What? I don't understand what's going on here.
I mean, that sounds like it's from the 60s, just the quality of that sample, which is really cool. I like the strings that they have in there.
Give me a break.
great electric bass.
I don't understand what's going on here.
I want to see what that sample's from, because it sounds like it's from like a movie or something.
Give me a break. Give me a break.
The slap bass. There's like kind of a horn playing in reverse there.
What's going on?
This one's really interesting and cool. I think this is my favorite so far.
What's going on? What's going on?
There's just so much stuff to kind of like pick out.
I don't understand.
I said it before and I'll say it again, it again, again, again. I said it before and I'll say it again, it again, again.
Those bongos.
I said it before and I'll say it again, 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 again. I said it before and I'll say it again, again, again.
That's cool.
I said it before and I'll say it again.
Like the bongos and the trilling, that's so
I don't
007.
understand what's going on here.
Oh, cool. I love the strings at the end there. Okay, I gotta go to whosampled.com. There's a ton of samples in this song. I'm looking at the dialogue samples, so let's see. I found it. So this sample that I don't understand what's going on here is from Roger Ramjet, which is a 1965 TV show cartoon. That's so funny. And it's from season 1, episode 54. Like, what a random ass but cool sample. I absolutely love that they use that. They use a ton of others too. It's really cool to see. Like, how do they even decide what random ass dialogue they're gonna choose? Because they have stuff from the 80s, they have stuff from the 50s, they have stuff from the 60s. They're very creative composers, especially like DJs and people who remix stuff. I don't know how they even come up with this. I liked Sneakman a lot. Is this like a gospel choir kind of mood?
He's a sweet soul, brother. Sweet, sweet soul. Soul, brother. Sweet soul, brother.
Like, just how do they even think to make a song like this? It's so creative.
Sweet soul, brother. Sweet soul. He's a sweet soul, brother.
Her voice is beautiful.
Soul, brother.
It's very seductive.
Sweet soul, brother. Sweet soul, sweet. Sweet soul, brother. Sweet, sweet, sweet.
This is like the most interesting so far. It keeps like not doing what I expect it would do. And just the combination of everything is, I know I keep saying that, but like the instruments and like the vocals, they're so different from each other, but it really goes together. I like this like organ. I think it's an organ. It makes sense because it says soul. I like you can hear the crowd wooing at the end. That one was a nice little tune. I liked that. That was a little bit more like just the melody itself was a little more predictable and kind of like less remixed. Nice different one. Okay, so the woman's voice is sampled from the song Soul Man, which is from an album from 1974. So cool. Her vocals, I mean her dialogue, I guess you could say, is at the beginning of this song, and it's been pitched up in Jet Set Radio, so her voice is a little bit deeper in the original. This sounds like Sonic Rush. This is the same composer. I have to look it up now. I'm pretty sure it is actually. That would make so much sense. Hideki Naganuma. Yeah, he did Sonic Rush. Okay. This is straight out of Sonic Rush, but it's not, because this was before Sonic Rush. Yeah, this is the style that he did in Sonic Rush. That is so cool. I was like, this sounds so familiar to me for some reason. And now that I think about it, Sonic Rush has like a ton of, you know, samples like that too, like vocal samples and stuff.
Tune in. Turn on. From, out.
Like this style of like this kind of remix track, it's so like full. It just sounds so like filled out and great. It's so feel good. Like this whole soundtrack is so feel good. Is he saying rock that shit, homie? Or on me? Ooh. I love when it just like all drops out at once and comes back in. Never gets old, honestly. And it's a cool lead. It's very like kind of goofy, but it's nice. Are they like French or something? so Sonic Rushy, which, you know, now that I know that that's the same dude, it all is making sense. We got a different composer on the next one. This is from Toronto. I guess that's the artist's name. And it's called Electric Toothbrush. And I did see this song mentioned on my very first video when I was listening to one of my all-time favorite Knuckles levels, Meteor Herd, which is kind of a garage style, you know, house kind of track. And someone had commented that it sounded very similar to Electric Toothbrush from Jet Set Radio. So ever since then, I've been very intrigued and wanted to hear it, but I haven't heard it yet. So let's do it. Yeah. Oh yeah. The percussion is so garage. That kick and that snare. And the synth is to die for. I love this kind of synth. Yeah, the bass and synth, so similar to Meteor Herd. Which means I like it. Same kind of lead too, honestly. They were right. Thank you, commenter. I just love the title of this song too. It fits. Electric Toothbrush. Yeah. A little bongo action. Yeah. Bass drops out. It's so ethereal. I think there's a part like this too in Meteor Herd. Bring that kick back in. I like it. One of my favorites so far. And it is very simple. Like, it's just, you know, the kick, the snare, the same kind of chords, and then, you know, the bass kind of is doing most of the work there. But I don't know, it's so catchy. I love this style of music just for background music or when I just want to like chill out and listen to something cool. I approve of that one. Okay, we got Moody's Shuffle, back to Hideki Naganuma.
Let's get scratching.
Yeah. This is like pure late 90s, cool as fuck. I love the bass. That was good. Man, I just miss some good old scratching on the records. And when they remix it like this, it's just so creative and fun. Oh, that's the end. That was a short one. I like that one a lot too, actually, even though it was pretty short and simple. I think this is the last like kind of full track we have, Grace and Glory. It's giving like boss fight. Is there a boss fight in this game? That vocals sound just like Let me pause this. The vocals sound exactly like something we listened to in one of my like spookiest video game music ones. I can't remember what it was though. It was like the same exact timbre. I'm gonna look it up at the end of this, but let's keep going. Beautiful vocals, by the way. I like how different this sounds. Oh, but we're getting back into the cool remix. This is so nasty. It really switched around, didn't it? I liked that intro though, that was super sick. So much screaming. I love this part. It almost sounds like she's like a sample on the keyboard and they're just hitting the keys to change her pitch because it's so perfect.
Flip the raps, flips a trap. 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 Flip the raps, flips a trap.
The harmony's cool. I can't get over those scream samples. What are those from? And then just having the female vocalist's, you know, voice pitched down, it's a nice touch. It makes it a little bit more creepy. It's like whispering voices too. And then it ends. I really like that one too, honestly. How they combine that kind of scariness, but with the really cool remixed sound. Amazing. I really enjoyed this. It doesn't sound like what I was expecting, but I really was pleasantly surprised with how it sounded. I think my top three, probably Sneakman, Electric Toothbrush, and Grace and Glory. Those are my top three. Not in that order, just those were the three I liked the best. I mean, they were all great, but those three really stood out to me as being a little bit more like interesting and catchy. With Electric Toothbrush, I mean, it's a given. I'm gonna like anything that sounds remotely similar to that style of music. Okay, so I totally remembered wrong and I just pulled that out of my ass, but what I think it was reminding me of was The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, Icona Valley. That song kind of has the music is moving with the kind of choir or the vocalists, and it just has that same kind of sound, but it's not the same. Okay, I looked up the sample of the woman and it looks like it comes from some sort of literally just like a voice sample pack that they, I guess, used. So nothing I had heard before. The screeching female scream is also from like Hollywood sound effects library. Happy New Year, y'all. I still haven't seen Sonic 3. Don't spoil it for me, okay? I'm gonna go see it hopefully next week or the week after. I keep seeing like videos about it and I recommend it and I'm just like, don't show me that right now. Show me this old 25-year-old game. Let me just listen to it, okay? Hope to upload more now that my work will have slowed down for a couple months. Thank you for hanging out with me today, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!